Elliot's other friend,
Brent.
At this point, I still didn't know his name.
Right.
The TV signal goes out, and he gets up to adjust it or change the channel, and suddenly,
Here you go.
this scene almost killed me.
This is what should be famous for, right?
This is the scene that should be famous from this movie, not the oh my god. I was watching this with subtitles on, so that because there were some parts I couldn't understand, and the subtitles said raunchy music. Raunchy synthesized saxophone music. Now, and this music starts playing, and he sees on the TV, he sees Creedence walking very sexily toward the camera while holding an ear of corn on the cob. I had to pause the movie. I was laughing so hard at this part. And like I said, this is the part that should be most famous. When I paused it, I rewatched it again, and then when I was done with the movie, I came back and watched it again.
Oh, awesome!
It was so good. And Creedence is looking directly at the camera, like, "Do you like it? Shall we eat it together?" Holding this ear of corn on the cob. I'm glad it wasn't a cucumber. And Brent's like, "What kind of a program is this?" And she says, "I'm not a program. I'm real. Come out and you shall see." And of course he does.
Yep.
Because when the sexy corncob lady says, "Come outside," you do what the sexy corncob lady says. Now, and she's like, "Won't you invite me in?" And I was like, "Is she a vampire?"
Now what? Yeah, you're right. That does have the vampire stuff. Now, what were you saying about don't listen to strangers? Because I think you would go outside too.
I've probably been willing to take my chances on this one. Like, okay, if she kills me, at least I'll die happy. And now she pushes him onto the bed and holds out the corn cob and hands it to him. And she's like, he's just looking at it. She's like, "What's the matter?" And the way this guy says the line is the wrong way. The way the inflection, he's like, "I actually like popcorn." But I think it should have been like, "I actually like popcorn."
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, that's no problem. All we have to do is heat it up." And they start making out with the corn cob between their mouths. And popcorn starts exploding from all over the place.
Yeah, no, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure when I was 8 and saw this, I was like, "Is that how you make popcorn?" I didn't think that's how it worked, but
oh dear God. Okay, so now we got to go back to the seance at the Waits family house. Suddenly they have like a lot of candles. Like, where'd they find all these candles at? Joshua says to concentrate harder, and like the townsfolk are still outside. Suddenly there's a lightning flash and all the candles on the table blow out, and then there's a bright light. And it's like, Grandpa has returned to us, or at least his voice.
right.
He only has 10 minutes until he disappears forever.
At 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
When does anything happen at 6? Not midnight.
Not midnight.
6.
Yeah, 6 o'clock at night. 6 in the afternoon. Like, it should still be daylight outside.
I guess that's why when they came into town the first day, everybody was asleep. Because it had passed 6.
Maybe. Then they have to destroy the magic stone that gives the goblins their power. And Joshua starts to concentrate really hard, and then he passes out. And I got really confused at this point because suddenly in his place pops up a goblin.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell just happened?
We get our chase music for the fourth time.
Yeah, we got our chase music for the was it the third or fourth time?
This is the fourth.
Oh, this is the fourth time.
This is the fourth time.
Okay. And suddenly all of the goblins are in the house, and the family runs upstairs, and one of them almost gets Dad, but then he throws him down the stairs. Like the dad throws the goblin down the stairs, then everything suddenly cuts to Joshua in Creedence's lair. And he goes upstairs, but then we cut back to the family. And the goblins are upstairs now. Joshua finds the same